am Mama Ducks, Baby Duck, Mr. No Ducks himself, quack, quack. But watch this though. In the main event of SmackDown last night, man, we had a fatal four-way for the King of the Ring, right? We got Dominic Mysterio, we got Damian Priest, we got Braun Breaker, we got Mister. Whoop that trick, get him. Whoop that trick, I got him. Whoop that trick, get him. Hey, based off the characters that are in the match, man, I mean, hey, it seemed as if anybody but Damian Priest could win this match. And I ain't hating on Damian Priest or nothing like that, but of course, we know how they feel about Damian Priest, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, Damian Priest took the majority of this match, man. And with the Italy crowd, hey, you would never know that Damian Priest was probably the least person in the ring out of the three people that were in the ring because they were on fire for that boy, man. Can't even lie to you. So, like I said, Damian took the majority of the match. He was beating up everybody. He was beating up Dom. He was beating up Braun. He was beating up Trick. You know what I mean? Everybody got to get their moves in, of course, to a certain extent. But Damian Priest was definitely the focus of this match tonight. So it came a point in the match to where, again, Damian Priest beating up everybody. He ended up throwing Braun Breaker into the corner, right? And when he threw him into the corner, Braun Breaker was bouncing out of the corner to where Damian was going for that cyclone kick. But Breaker ended up ducking the cyclone kick and ended up hitting Damian Priest with a spear. I'm talking about, you know, Braun finishing move is a spear. Damian tried to hit the cyclone kick. He missed. Braun come back. Bam, spear, knock him to the ground. Dominic Mysterio tried to get on Braun Breaker, but Braun Breaker pretty much just Irish whipped him outside of the ring. And when he turned around after Irish whipping Dominic Mysterio, Trick Williams ended up hitting Braun Breaker with a trick shot. Hit him with a trick shot, knocked him outside the ring. Now, don't forget, Braun Breaker just speared Damian Priest, so Damian Priest is on the ground. So when Trick Williams hit Braun with the trick shot, and he went out the ring over there with Dominic Mysterio, then Trick Williams went for the pin on Damian Priest, and we get a one, and we get a two, and Dominic Mysterio grabbed the referee leg and dragged the referee out of the ring. Now, you know, in a triple threat, in a fatal four-way, it's automatically no DQs. You know what I'm saying? So there was nothing that the referee could do. He dragged the referee out of the ring. The referee ended up walking around the stairs, going to the other side of the apron. Dominic ended up jumping on the apron that he was closest to. And when he got up on the apron, Trick Williams ended up grabbing him, and he hit him with a pimp slap. Y'all know what a pimp slap is. You know, you stand up in the person's face, chest up, you take your right hand, the back of it, and you smack them right across the face. That's called a pimp slap. They've been doing that since the 50s, 60s, and 70s, you know, where I'm from. Maybe even before that. Well, the pimp slap that Trick Williams hit Dominic Mysterio with, they call it the trick slap, because you know you gotta whoop that trick. And if you know about the movie Hustle and Flow, which is where that song comes from, which is where that theme comes from, the person DJ, who is the main character in the movie, he came up with he was a pimp. And he came up with that song because he was trying to go from pimping to being inside the music industry. You know what I'm saying? And that was one of the singles that he had, Whoop That Trick. So, hey, I like how they playing off of that. A lot of people may not know about it based off the generation that we're in. I know people my age and older, or maybe, you know, whatever, they definitely remember that movie, remember that time, just like all the other pimps and players and everybody that's been around You Jive Turkey. So I like where they're going with the trick storyline. But anyway, man, like I was telling y'all, he ended up pinning Damian Priest, man, and Damian Priest ended up kicking out. He ended up slapping Dominic Mysterio with the pimp slap. You know what I'm saying? When he slapped Dominic Mysterio with the pimp slap, he turned around. And when he turned around, Braun Breaker came from the other side of the ring and clotheslined Trick Williams out the ring. Trick Williams not only went out the ring, but he ended up landing with like his back against the announcement table. And y'all know one of Braun's signature moves is jumping from the apron, clotheslining a person across the announcement table. Well, that's exactly what he did. But first he turned it. You know, he got the crowd behind him. Then he jumped from the apron, clothesline Trick Williams over the announcement table, and both of them were down on the ground. Both of them just stayed there for however long. Now, don't forget, Damien got hit with the spur and all the stuff that happened to him. Now he's just not getting up off the ground. While he getting up off the ground, Dominic Mysterio, who was already at ringside because it was just him getting pimp slapped, he came to the other side of the ring. He slid in the ring and he drop kicked Damian Priest in the back. Damian Priest fell into the position on the second rope for the 619, but as Dominic Mysterio ran the ropes and came back to hit Damian Priest with the 619, Damian Priest got up off the rope and hit Dominic Mysterio with a clothesline. Knock Dominic Mysterio. I'm talking about inside out. I'm talking about knock that boy block all the way off. Do you hear me? So Damian Priest take down the straps. You know, he take the left arm, take it down, get the right arm, he take it down. He throw the hand in the air just like Kane, just like The Undertaker, and he goes to goozle Dominic Mysterio. But when he went to goozle Dominic Mysterio, you look to the right when the camera panned back, JD Madonna is on the third rope. He jumped from the third rope, and Damian Priest ended up catching him in the chokeslam goozle. He picks up JD Madonna, sits down on his behind, southward of heaven, man. You know what I'm saying? He put the hand back up in the air. Now he goes to go southward of heaven, Dominic Mysterio. But when he picked Dominic Mysterio up, Liv Morgan came out of nowhere into shot and hit Damian Priest with a low blow, made him drop Dominic Mysterio. She rolled out the ring. Damian Priest is bent over from the low blow. And Damian Priest is bent over from the low blow that Liv Morgan had just gave him, right? And Dominic Mysterio ended up drop kicking Damian Priest in the back, making him fall in the 619 position on his knees on the second rope. Dominic Mysterio runs the ropes. He come back around. He hit Damian Priest with the 619. He goes up to the third rope like Eddie Guerrero hitting the shake. He hit the frog splash. The ref dropped to his knees. 1, 2, 3, man. Dominic Mysterio advances to the semifinals of the King of the Ring, man. Now, in an earlier segment that night, right, after Raquel Rodriguez ended up winning her match, she went back to the clubhouse and let it be known that Dominic Mysterio had a match coming up too. They were all acting like they were proud of Raquel Rodriguez, in which they was, but then Liv Morgan let it be known that she got a fatal four-way coming up as well. And she was like, well, after Dom win his match and I win my match, how beautiful will it be for Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio to be the king and queen of the ring? But Raquel had just won her match tonight. So Raquel was like, what about me? I thought you said I could be queen of the ring since you the world champion. And pretty much Liv kind of like blew it off, tried to make it seem as if, oh, that wasn't really what I was talking about. I was just saying, and then was like, well, Dom got a match coming up, so let's just focus on Dom. Well, Dom did win the match with the help of the Judgment Day. A lot of people say that some lackluster has been taken off of Dom over the last few months or whatever, and I gotta kind of agree. I can't skip over this, man. Braun Breaker, I don't know if it's because the surgeries or whatever didn't happen, man. The dude did not look good tonight to me, man. I'm gonna be honest, since he's came back from his injury, he don't look the same. He don't. And I'm all in. Braun Breaker is supposed to be the future Roman Reigns. He's supposed to be the next person to carry the company. The same way we seen Roman Reigns, the same way we seen John Cena, the same way with Stone Cold, same way with Hulk Hogan. Braun is supposed to be the next person. And I was all for it. I'm down. I'm still not against it to a certain extent. Lately, man, Braun has not been looking like that dude, man. And I hate to say it. We already know Oba is the next Brock. Trick Williams is the next Rock. And man, say Braun was supposed to be that person that was already established before we even got Obafemi or Trick Williams on the main roster. I don't know, man. Dude might be getting replaced with somebody else, and I ain't saying that it's true. And I hate to say it right now, but if he don't get together what he need to get together based off what he been doing lately, y'all already know WWE is not ran by wrestlers no more. They're ran by the corporate companies now, man. So hey, you got to get in line, or we'll find somebody to get in line. So we'll see what it is. The whole show of SmackDown, man, I think it was straight. It was decent. It was nice, man. Kind of went by a little fast, a little bit. So you know they say whenever a show go by fast, then it mean it had to be entertaining at least to a certain extent. I would say that this King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring thing that they have implemented for this season definitely help us to have a reason why we should see the matches that they're putting in front of us. So I'm all for it. I think we only got one. We got two more matches. No, we got one more match of the Fatal Four Way, I think, and then we'll have the brackets filled all the way out to see who's gonna go 1-on-1 and end up as the king or the queen of the ring or whatever. So I'm lit. Y'all already know. Mama Ducks, Baby Duck, Mr. No Ducks himself. But watch this though.